Hey guys, good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm super excited today. Guess what, guys? I got 15 emails this morning when I woke up. Passes OSCE exam. I raised my OSCE. I passed. I'm super proud of you all. Thanks, guys, for making me proud. You know, a lot of times when I get your emails, oh my word, you don't know how I feel, how fulfilled I feel. Honestly, this morning I was almost crying. I was so happy, you know, waking up to see messages of like successes. I'm super proud of you, my professional colleagues. And those taking their exams, trust me, I am going to congratulate you for sure. So, guys, today I'm going to be doing a video because in my emails, I saw about 8 messages so far about tell us what you did after your PIN. Now, for those who are in post-registration 2019, yeah, you get your PIN within 35 days to 90 days, but you should get it before then. So chase and make sure you get your PIN. And if it hasn't come after 35 days, email the complaint section in the NMC portal, email them and, you know, just to prompt them. All right, guys. So I'm going to be telling you what I did after I got my PIN. I got over 8 messages about this constantly. What did you do after your PIN? The first thing I did after my PIN is I did set up a direct debit. Now, what's a direct debit? A direct debit is what we do if we don't want to forget to pay our bills. So I did set up direct debit and it's £120 per year. The £120 we pay per year keeps us in the register, and after 3 years we do our revalidation. I've been in the UK now for 14 months, so I've not yet done my revalidation. If you want, I can guide you on that, but it's not yet time. So what you need to do is to pay your £120 that can keep you in the register. So what do? Log into what? NMC portal. Log into your NMC portal. When you log in, put your email and your password. As soon as you put your email and your password, it's going to show you these 3 lines. Yeah, look at the 3 lines. These 3 lines. Click on the 3 lines. Once you click on the 3 lines, it's going to take you to a lot of items. It's going to take you to account service. It's going to take you to my registration. Click on account service. As soon as you click on account service, it's going to take you to direct debits. So once it takes you to direct debit, set up your direct debit. If you want them to take it £30, they can take it £30 for 4 times. And if you want, they can take it £120 at once. But me, when I set up my direct debit, then after I passed my OSCE exam, was it last year, September, November. So when I set it up for £120 immediately. So you see under accounts services, you can see direct debit. So then they will set it up within 10 days and you will get an email that you've set up a direct debit. So you can see you currently have a direct debit set up. I did set this up, I think last year. Yes, so I did set mine up. So set up your direct debit so that you don't forget and you get your name taken out of the register. But that would happen, to be honest, because my hospital keeps sending me mail that gets your hospital keeps sending you mail to let you know that you are supposed to pay your £120 as soon as it gets to the time for it to elapse. It's yearly. We pay £120 to keep our name in the register, and after 3 years we do a revalidation. So the second thing I expect you to do after getting your PIN is to get a small jotter. Yes, the size of your uniform pockets. So get a small jotter, the size of your uniform pocket. Write down everything you need to know about your job. How to print wristband, write it down. How to print EDN, write it down. How to order blood results for patients, write it down. Yes, how to mix coamosiclav, write it down. How to set up T34 syringe, write it down. Writing it down makes it really very easy for you guys. I can tell you, this is my own jotter. I take it to work every day. Everything in this jotter, I can tell you for sure that is now in my brain, but I still take it. We keep seeing new things every day, and we keep seeing them. As we keep seeing them, we keep wanting to know them. We don't want to make a mistake. Pain here in the UK is very porous, and I don't want anybody to lose their pain. So I really want you to protect your pain at all costs. So write it down. There are lots of things I wrote in this jotter you won't believe. How to remove a catheter, fill the catheter form, pop it in the patient's notes, put it on sunrise. There are lots of things. Discharging a patient checklist is here. What to do when a patient fall is here. Missing vancomycin is here. There are a lot of things I have here. So sometimes when I don't remember things, then when I was newly qualified, I just have a peep. I'm like, oh my God. It's done. It's not like you can open to Medusa and say, how do I set up clarithromycin injection? Yes, you can open to Medusa, but writing it down after seeing it once in Medusa keeps your brain on top. And once you just have a peep, you remember everything. So get a small jotter the size of your pocket and write everything you need to know. And if you ever forget, because it's in your pocket, it is handy, open it up, check it, and that's it. And number 3, never sign a CD you didn't witness. I'm very serious. Never ever sign a CD you didn't witness. Probably I come to you, I say, Nurse Violet, please, I gave a patient oral muff because the patient was really having serious pain. Do you mind going to countersign? Excuse me, you've given the patient, so don't countersign something you didn't witness. If the staff had come to you and said, Nurse Violet, please, I want to give a patient oral muff. Do you mind countersigning with me? Yes, I mind. We go together and you say, oh, how many milligram are you giving? Oh, I'm giving 10 milligram and 5 ml. All right. So we have 120, we have 80 mils going back. We've given this was this. You're happy. But note that the person has given the CD and the person like, please, sorry, I forgot. Can you countersign? Please never countersign a CD you didn't witness. It's 2 professional nurses who checks a CD or 2 professionals. And make sure you witness it before what? Countersigning. Number 4, immediately you get your PIN, I expect you to register with what? ROCN. ROCN is a professional body that has the interest of nursing at hand. It's a professional body for nurses. They fight for you. They tell you what to do when you have issues. They protect your interests. So it's very vital to register with ROCN. It's £8 per month. Register with them. They send you a pack, and every month you pay £8. Nobody prays to having an issue, but sometimes in our day-to-day work, issues can come. You might get a letter and say you're not performing well at work, and you're like, what the hell? What do I do? Oh, what this? You call ROCN and they will guide you on what to do. You get into problems you don't expect. In fact, sometimes it's not even your own problems. Just imagine, probably I signed a CD for somebody, and the person who I signed for gave the CD medication to the wrong person, and you get a letter because you co-signed that medication. It is assumed you're supposed to follow me to give that medication, and now the person has given the medication wrongly. You get a letter, you're like, oh my God, what do I do? That's why you have ROCN. It's a registered professional body for nurses. When you have issues like that, issues one do not expect to have. Issues comes up every day in our work life, and you have people you can talk to, a body that fight for nurses, that can guide you, tell you what to do, a lot of things. So it's very important for you to register with ROCN. So guys, I advise you register with ROCN as soon as you get as soon as you get your PIN. Another thing I would advise you to do, which I did, was to apply for a provisional driving license. It costs £34 and it's valid for 10 years. £34 for 10 years. If you are not ready to drive, just have your provisional driving license. I remembered when I had my provisional driving license and I wanted to do a phone contract then. I had not even applied for my theory or applied for anything, and they were like, oh, you really need to do a phone contract. So how do we help? Do you have a provisional driving license? I said yes. And they were like, oh yes, come on, we are happy to give you your, we're happy to do a phone contract with you because you have a provision. So it was part of, so it's important to get it. And it's also important for you to do your theory exam, do your practical exam, and get it done if you want to get a car. Personally, I applied for my provisional license. I did my driving theory, and I'll also be taking my practical exam. So it's very vital to get the provisional driving license, even though you're not yet ready to start driving. Another thing I know I did after I got my PIN, I registered to vote. I could drop the link if you want. Register to vote. It keeps your name in the register. It builds your It builds your credit score. Another thing I know I did after I got my PIN was that I applied for a credit. No, I didn't apply. My bank called me and told me I was eligible for a credit card, and I was happy to get a credit card. Although initially I was like, no, I don't want to borrow. But here in the UK, guys, if you're not a good borrower, you can't get a good credit score. So it is mandatory here. So if your bank doesn't call you to get a credit card, I will advise you apply. But a lot of my friends were like, when I did apply using the credit checker, they said I was not eligible to get a credit card. And my advice is always to go to the bank. When you go to the bank does their application, and boom, you'll be surprised because it's your salary account. You'll be surprised and they tell you, it's a yes, we're happy to give you 1,200 for a start for a credit card, so it's that easy. And the beauty of having a credit card is that you have to pay, you get to buy as much as you want, and you get to pay the minimum if you don't have sufficient amounts to pay everything. And at the end of the day, it builds your what? Your credit score. Another vital thing I'll tell you, don't be ashamed to ask questions. Don't feel like, oh, I'm always asking questions. Excuse me, you are in your preceptorship. Ask as much question as you want. If you have a patient who is having a heart rate of 54, probably has heart issues, and you're not very sure whether to give bisoprolol, sorry, excuse me, charge nurse, I don't know, what would you have done? I have a patient whose heart rate is 54, and I want to give 5 milligrams of bisoprolol. Do you suggest I give? He or she may say, oh, 54, I'm not too sure. Do you want to ask the doctors? Because obviously in our OSCE exam, you have to give bisoprolol when the patient has 60. But some doctors are happy for it to be given to a patient with 54, probably because the patient has cardiac issues or some stuff like that. So the baseline is anything you are not sure of, don't do it. Ask, double check. Don't get tired of double checking because you don't want to make a mistake and you don't want to lose your PIN. Because as soon as you get your PIN, any issue, you go in for it. So you have to be very careful. Ask as much. Probably somebody coming, oh, this patient, we're taking your patient now for an X-ray. So, oh, sorry, I will just stop all the infusion. There's some infusion that you may not necessarily, the doctors or the charge nurse may not necessarily want you to stop because it's very vital for the patient's existence. Yes. Probably a patient is on a kind of medication that is keeping the patient alive, and you just stopped it and the patient goes for an X-ray and anything happens, you go in. So double check and double check. Don't assume you know it all. Double check with the charge nurse, double check with the doctors, and don't feel tired of double checking. All right, and always put on a smiling face. Yes, when you're at work, no matter how hectic the work is, no matter how difficult it is, because adapting is not easy. I have to be honest with you. Adapting from wherever you're coming from, whether you're coming from Ghana, you're coming from Nigeria, you're coming from the Zimbabwe, is not the same thing. It's not very easy to adapt. So put on a smiling face, always be happy, and when the call bell rings, don't get too tired to answer it. Immediately you hear a call bell ring, get on your feet, try as much as possible, go answer it. When you are off duty, get a chocolate. Yes, when you are off duty, get a chocolate, take it to work. Oh, I brought chocolate. Anybody can just have it. So guys, that is all my advice to you. Those are the things I did immediately after I got my PIN, and it has really helped me a lot, and I expect you to do same thing or do similar things because they are very helpful and they're very vital. So guys, if you have any friend preparing for OSCE exam and they're taking their OSCE exam next month, which is November or December, get them to subscribe to my channel because tomorrow I'll be doing a timetable for all those who are taking their OSCE exam newly, and I'll start afresh with them. So I'll do a timetable and I'll try as much as possible to follow up with the timetable, drop a video for them on YouTube, try as much as possible to give my time for them. So guys, that is all I have for you. I'll see you in my next video tomorrow, and until then, keep passing your OSCE exam. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like my video, and I would love to read your comments. All right guys, bye. I love you all.